All right, so you need Model Magic markers and scissors. We'll cut it open, turn it over, and down the back we can tear down the seam. When we pull it out, it's going to look like a soap bar. Isn't that silly? And we're just gonna cut a little bitty piece off of it, about the size of our pinky, so we can add a little bit of color to our elephants. All right, so we're gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna think about what color I want my body, and I'm gonna begin working with my big piece of clay, the big piece, and I'm just flattening it out in my hands. I'll start to flatten it out on my table, and then we can just color it with our markers. And this is how we're going to stain our clay or tint our clay. We will never have it very dark like we see as I'm coloring on it now, because we're adding into white, so it will end up being a lighter purple. I can fold my clay over and keep doing this so that I get a good amount of marker onto it, and then I'll start to knead it. That's pulling it apart, rolling it around, mushing it in my hands to stain it all purple. You can do any color you like. You do not have to work with purple. All right, once I'm happy with the way the color is, I'm going to divide it in half, 2 equal pieces. I can just rip it right in half. I'm going to set one aside, and I'm going to work on rolling the other half. This is going to become my elephant's body. So I'm going to shape it into kind of an oval shape. I'm just rolling it between my hands, using my fingers if I need to kind of shape it. Once I'm happy with the shape, then I'll be ready to move on. And with the other piece of clay, I'm going to break that piece in half. And I'm going to set half of it aside for later. And the other piece I'm going to roll into a coil. That's a snake-like piece. I want it to be about the length of my pinky or my thumb. I want it to be a little bit thicker. We're going to turn this into the feet for our elephant. So there I'm holding my pinky, and it's about as long as my pinky. And then I can use my scissors, and I'm going to cut it first in half, 2 equal pieces. Then I'm going to cut those 2 equal pieces in half so that I have 4 sections that are all the same. I'm going to use these sections, shape them, flatten them out a little bit, and put them together to make my elephant's feet. So there's 2 side by side, and then 2 more side by side. And I will stick my elephant on top, connecting its feet to the bottom. After we attach the feet, we're going to take half of our colored clay that's left. We're going to roll it into a ball, and this will become our elephant's head. So after you shape it, you're going to want to place it on one side of your elephant, give it a little push, a little twist, make sure it's connected. With the remaining pieces of clay, you are going to make a tail and some ears. So we're going to break pieces off. I'm going to roll out a coil. A coil is a snake-like piece. And then I'm going to do a little thumbprint. It's going to give it a flattened part that we're going to attach to the face. So I can press that in place, and there's my trunk. I can shape my trunk. I can curl it if I want, leave it hang down. I'm going to use the white to pinch off some little pieces and make some eyes. I'm going to color some of it so that I can make ears. And so for the eyes, just little bitty pieces, I roll them up, I press them onto the front so so that my elephant has its eyes. And then for the ears, I want to give my elephant a different color ear. Remember, it's inspired by Elmer, and Elmer was not elephant colors. He had his patchwork colors and all the rainbow on him. So we can pick any color we like for our ears. Same way we colored the body. We're going to add it on top of our clay, fold it, and eventually we're going to mush it and oosh it until it is all dyed. Alright, so once I'm happy with the color of my clay, I am going to break a couple pieces off. So it's cut into 3 equal pieces. 2 of them I'm going to use for making my ears. So I'm going to kind of roll them up into a ball and flatten them with my thumb to get the shape of my ear. And then I can place them on the side of my elephant. I can reshape them, flare them out, fold them under, however I'd like my elephant's ear to be shaped. And then I'm going to roll a little coil to give my elephant a tail on the back. With that, we are basically finished. The whites of the eyes look a little strange, so I'm just going to put a little dot with a marker to give my elephant its colored eye. I hope you guys had fun making these.